This is not financial advice, not legal advice for entertainment, educational purposes only. And anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all the YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos I put them out. See what I'm thinking, see I'm analyzing that data. Like I tell every day, the data they release us is false. I'm going to give us a false narrative of the market so we can make bad trading decisions. Listen, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I told him, I said, AMC was a blessing in disguise. And he just couldn't understand where I was going with that. And I'm going to tell y'all something. AMC was a blessing in disguise because it exposed all the fraud and corruption in the market that I personally was not aware that it existed. When I first got into play and I saw all the fraud and malfeasance, I started contacting the SEC because in my limited knowledge of the market, I thought the SEC was not aware of this, and by notifying the SEC, they would contact these bad actors and the criminality would stop. But in reality, the SEC is in cahoots with them. So I learned a valuable lesson. I learned that the SEC is in bed with the criminals. The SEC is in bed with the bad actors that are robbing and stealing from retail investors and pension funds every day. Before I got this revelation, when I lost on a play, I thought it was my fault. I said, well, maybe my DD was incorrect. Maybe the market just shifted underneath me because anything can happen in the market. But now I've come to realize that there's no shifts in the market. They plan and calculate to rob retail investors. Their business model, their modus operandi is to get us to buy high and sell low. That is how they make their money. They don't make their money no other way. Okay? A majority of these hedge funds make their money by getting us to invest in companies that they lure us to with their market watch, their seeking alpha, their media platforms that they utilize to give us information. And they control that information that we receive. And we use this controlled information to make trading decisions, or we used to anyway. Well, I used to. I used to use this controlled information to make trading decisions, to make investment decisions. Come to find out, that information that they were providing to us was tainted. That information was provided to us to give them the upper hand. But I was not aware of it. I was not aware of it. I was thinking Market Watch, Seeking Alpha, Yahoo Finance, and I was considering these platforms gospel. I was considering these platforms the go-to platforms to know what was going on in the market and what might happen in the market in the future. But since then, I have come to realize that these platforms feed us the information to support whatever narrative they want, and they make a majority of their money by getting us retail investors to buy high and sell low, and they eat the difference. And don't even get into the market makers, because these guys, they selling shares that they know don't exist. What did Virtual CEO said? Oh, unlimited liquidity. And his example was, if there was only 200 shares and somebody needed 1,000, we would just give them 1,000 shares. Now tell me how that doesn't control the price of any stock. If they can just keep printing shares and selling them to you when they don't exist. In any other industry, this would be a Ponzi scheme, it would be criminal, and people would be in handcuffs and under indictment. But in the United States stock market, it is business as usual. And if it wasn't for the AMC crisis, if it wasn't for that buy button fiasco, I would still be in their matrix, believing their nonsense, believing their narrative based on the false information they were sending me. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Were you guys in the same dream as me, believing that these media platforms was giving us pertinent information to help us win in our trading practices? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.